Okay, so here is a view of finishing up the tool divider. Goes down the, sits in the middle here. It's gonna get notched into the legs so that it's reversible, so it'll sit flat with the tabletop, 3/4 inch hole will allow tools to be held in, can be flipped over without the notch. On one side, it will sit proud 1/2 inch as a clamping instrument. So I milled the boards up, glued them up, and this one's a little bit tricky because I want the holes to be nice and smooth and not all jagged. So what I've come up with is I took belt sanding and pads, and I've got a 80 grit, and then a 120 will be the finish on the inside. And I'm just going through with a stick and getting these boards all nice and flush, and then the 150 to smooth it out. So that's what I'm doing. It's quite a number of hours of just messing around with this, but it'll get it to final. So just a few seconds here of how I'm doing this. So just take the 80 initially. And work it down till it's close to flush. All the boards are flush, and then the 150 will just smooth out the sanding marks. So it should look okay when I'm done. Anyhow, that's it. I finished the tool divider. Let's just take a look at it. It is 2 inches thick, 6 inches tall, reversible. So it sits in that gap down the center of the table. It'll sit down in there. And when I get the top onto the legs, I'll have to notch that about 1/2 inch. And so it is reversible as a tool holder or as a clamp device. So I decided to keep my openings round. I could square those off pretty easily, but I like the round look. I think as you put your hands around there and put tools in and out, it would be better to have it round. I think smoother rather than anything sharp. So there's 1/8 inch round over on all of those. And so here's this little demo of how this would work. Let's say you're working with a file and you can just drop it down. Or let's say even one of these Japanese saws, the 3/4 inch, that's pretty versatile for a lot of tools, especially like chisels. Great place to put a chisel so it's not gonna get dinged up. But yeah, I like the idea of the tool holder, and I made it 2 inches wide. It was by plan, it was supposed to be 2 1/4, but when I milled up my tops and everything, I had a nice square enough opening that was 2 inches. So I said, rather than trying to take off 1/8 of an inch down each one of those boards, I made this 2 inches, and it's actually just fine, 1/4 inch narrower. What it means is, this is a 3/4 board here, this is a 3/4 inch board here, the center is a 3/4 inch dividers, and the idea was you'd put 3/4 inch boards on each of these sides to make it 2 1/4, 3 times 3/4. So I ended up having to plane these down just an extra 1/8 of an inch, but no, I think actually 2 inches is better. It looks fine, and it's as functional as it needs to be, so no worries.